everyone, welcome back. So, you may have seen this plane back in the video that was titled $6 or equals three more planes or something like that. And I had taken them all out and I started to work on them, and I realized that this one, this little block here that guides the depth adjustment, was rusted out at the bottom over here. Okay, so I had since fixed that, but let me show you a clip of what that looked like before. Now this is the 118 I was going to restore, the one that had the steel cap, and then I took the little C-clip off. This is what it looks like. Some people call them an E-clip. I call them a C-clip, and pulled out the adjustment lever, and I noticed something. This block is broken from rust. You're probably not going to be able to see it, but right over here, this looks like, see this, there's two grooves here. On the bottom, it looks like there was two more grooves, so it sort of was like an H shape, and I'm going to guess they were either pressed in there. No, I'm going to guess that this is an extra piece of metal right here, so it was probably placed in there, and then this was placed over it, and then tack welded in, or welded in, or even maybe this might have been welded in, but I don't think so because it's very loose. But however it was held in there, it rusted down at the bottom. Now, it can be repaired if all the rust is cleaned off and then, you know, just tack welded again, like in these corners or something. But I decided to go with the other one. Yeah, this one's actually got a lot of damage in here. You really can't see because of the rust. So my choice was restore the other one that has the painted cap, and again leave this one either as a parts or possibly restore this one in the future. All right, so you saw it before. It even went into the vinegar and salt bath. So how I ended up fixing this was I was gonna weld it, but I decided against that. What I did was I cold soldered it. I just used a propane torch and some solder, and it worked out great. I mean, that is in there solid as a rock. I put a little JB weld in the corner just to smooth it out. That was just basically like, you know, a filler, not structural, but the solder worked great. I mean, it filled all in there. It's like rock solid. Another thing I noticed on this one, I don't know if you could see it, I think they used probably an end mill to mill this over here. I think they got a little overzealous, but it is flat at the tip, so at the end, so we should be fine. And then, hopefully you saw this video where I restored my dad's, so I get a little smear on there. I restored my dad's 9.5, and I used this lever cap, which is actually for this plane, to get my dad's functioning again. So I'll put a quick clip in of this. I came up with this idea to use this lever cap, because I actually like the lever caps with the knob on them to put the tension on the blade, I always say blade, on the iron, versus that little cam lever, because sometimes when you hit that cam lever, everything kind of goes out of adjustment, if you know what I mean. Alright, so now if I put this iron in here, I could slip this on. Okay, I could get everything lined up, and I could just tighten this down. Alright, so you saw those clips. So the next thing I need to do is do the final cleanup in there. I need to finish cleaning the sole, flattening it out, clean these sides, get rid of all this pitting. This side I have to be very careful with so I don't lose the stamping, because this stamping is pretty deep, but some of these marks and stuff are pretty deep too, so I have to be careful when I do that. This side I don't have to worry about as much, but it looks like this one's going to come out nice. So like I said, final cleaning, the depth adjustment screw, everything looks good. I couldn't go much further than this where it's at, because if I did, I would have lost the Stanley Made in the USA. You could still see it, and I'm good with that. And then I have the iron. It's in my jig, my sharpening jig. It's almost done. It's pretty dang sharp as it is, but I got a little final cleaning to do on the edge here. This does have some pitting, but down here where it counts, we're okay. So I'm fine with that. So I'll take that out of the jig when it's done, and then I'll bring you back when it's all cleaned up, painted, and we'll assemble it. Alright, so we got it all painted up, cleaned up, ready to assemble. It's brutally humid today, so I have a little paper towel here because everything is just kind of getting humiditized. So this actually was a pain in the neck. Because I can't take all this stuff off of here, and it had some pretty heavy pitting in it, I baked on 2 coats of enamel, then I sanded it pretty much as smooth as I could get it, to make all those pits pretty much, you know, kind of not be noticeable. And then I ran out of black enamel paint, and I said, you know what, I'm going to try something. I used a varnish, and I brushed it on. I put a few coats of that on because I wanted to see if I could kind of get it to look more like a Japanning versus, you know, a spray paint kind of thing. And I think it came out pretty nice. You do see a couple of the brush strokes, but hey, you know what? It's all hand done. So we got a nice finish in there. And I put I did a light sanding on the cap, and I put a brush coat of varnish on there, so that matches and came out nice. And the adjustment knob, I couldn't get this to look like this because I would have totally lost the stamping. I mean, some of it got lost, but you could still make it out, Stanley Made in the USA. So we're going to put this together here. And of course the block is repaired. And we got to get this little C-clip on there. It is tiny. Alright, we got that on. And here's the iron. You can still see the Stanley Made in the USA. It's got some pitting and stuff on it, but the backside's looking good. And it is, woo, it is sharp. Alright, so let's put this together. And put our lever cap on. Okay. Now, as far as the sole and everything, if I would have gotten this every single little mark out, you could see a couple little dings in there, I would have lost the Stanley number 118 on that side. So I have it done to a 600 brush finish, and again, the humidity's killing me here. And I just have some paste wax on it. So overall, I'm really digging the way it came out. And of course, all that's left now is to test it. So let's see what we got. Got a little breeze going here, but listen to that, huh? Oh man, these 118s are nice. Look at that chamfer in what, 2 seconds? Not even. Look at those curls. Beautiful. So there you have it. The Stanley 118 that I wasn't gonna refinish is refinished. And I'm officially a plane collector, I guess, a block plane collector. So I'm actually going to have another video, at least one more. I always say one more, but it should be really, really cool. It's an old one, like one of the first original ones. So I'm excited to show it to you, and hopefully you're excited to watch it. So that ends this one. Again, the Stanley number 118, the indestructible block plane. And I really like the way that one looks. So I'm not going to put a label on the front like I did on my other 118, because I don't think this one had a label because it's stamped on the side. So we're going to leave it at that. Alright, so there you have it. The 118 I wasn't going to restore, that I restored. And I'm making some displays, which I'm going to show you in some upcoming videos. And of course, I'm sending you all much, much love and appreciation, my brothers and sisters. I hope you all are staying well. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and we'll see you on the next one.